Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which makes all other improvisation shows just look unrehearsed. Featuring tonight the most popular and tasteful American to come to Britain since Ronald McDonald, Greg Proops. And then new to us, an absolutely top-line comedian, also from the States, Debbie Durst. Then our resident Scots-Canadian-American who's caught on here quicker than the grey squirrel, Colin Mockery. And finally the man who stands head and shoulders above his chest, Ryan Stiles. And the contestants. Now, let's start with a game called Questions Only. It's for all four contestants, but first of all, Greg and Debbie, and they're going to be given a scene to improvise, but they must only speak in questions. And if they stop speaking in questions and make a mistake, I buzz them, and they're replaced by the person behind them. And what I'd like you to do is just to improvise scenes from Star Wars. Scenes from Star Wars, take it away, Greg and Debbie.
Are you my son?
Is my hair on straight?
Do you like my helmet?
Is that the first helmet you've had on today?
Well...
You couldn't tell if that was a question. But...
Can you teach me about the Force?
Have you seen the Wookiee?
Is a Wookiee involved?
The Wookiee likes to play chess.
That's not a question.
Are you Yoda? What race are you from?
Does American sound too strange?
Is that from the planet Earth? You've heard of it? Aren't I the one who knows all?
Aren't you Yoda?
Didn't you just ask me that?
Am I repeating myself?
Can you perform the first test?
Is that oral sex?
Do you want oral sex?
Doesn't every man?
Can't you reach out with your feelings?
Can I reach out with something else?
Is it long enough?
Well, it's difficult to say who should win that one, so let's not bother. So we go into a game called Superheroes. This is for all four contestants, starting there with Greg, and we're going to decide what sort of superhero Greg is going to be, and then the others are going to come in the order Ryan, Colin and Debbie, and they'll decide who each of the next one's going to be. But what sort of superhero do you think Greg would be?
As a man.
What was that?
Wonder Woman!
Wonder Woman. Okay, Wonder Woman's all right, yes. Yeah, you could be Wonder Woman. What's the problem we're solving?
Shortage of mascara in the world.
Shortage of mascara.
Yeah.
Have you noticed this? Okay, you're Wonder Woman and there's a shortage of mascara. It's an unusual one. I admit this is an unusual one. It's off our normal track for this one, but I'm sure you're up to it. Anyway, you're Wonder Woman.
Righty-ho, Mr. A.
Okay, Mr. P.
Oh my God! In the mirror, my eye makeup, if they see my realize that, my God, there's a worldwide shortage of mascara. What are all the drag queens going to do? I hope my super friends arrive soon. Boom, boom.
Sorry I'm late, Wonder Woman. Oh!
Check out these meat and potatoes, huh?
Sorry.
Thank God you've arrived, bad John Wayne impression boy.
Well, it took me a while. Did you hear? There's a shortage of mascara.
Yes, there is. And it's right over there on the World Crisis Monitor.
I hurried over as quickly as I could. Thank God you're here, pants around the ankles, boy.
What seems to be the problem? My gosh, you're the superhero I've dreamt of meeting all these years.
Let's set them up and round them out.
There's no mascara left. Oh no! How will I mark my knees?
Thank God I'm here.
Thank God you're here, nagging Jewish mother woman.
What? It's always with the what. What is it? Oh my God, look at this.
There's no mascara left, and I'm sorry I didn't call.
Oh, there's a lot of mascara. I'll just go home and get some out of the closet.
Who would have thought?
I'm leaving. I'm tired of getting the pants beaten off of me. Bye. Oh, hello. Well, thanks for helping.
No problem. I'm gonna follow that little doggy.
See you next week.
Well done. Well done, Nathan. Clearly Ryan won that game, unless it was Colin, as we go on to a game called Let's Make a Date. This is for all four contestants, but chiefly Greg Proops. He'll be over there appearing on one of those TV shows where you have to pick somebody to go out with a date. All the other three, they're the potential dates, but each of them has been allocated a strange character. Greg has to work out who the other people are playing, and if he does that, why the excitement will be barely containable. So take it away, Greg.
Contestant number one. Hi. Hi. I like hobbies. I stuff animals for a living until they catch me at it. Anyway, what do you like to do for a hobby?
I like to eat my favorite vegetable. And then I like to smoke.
Okay. Gosh, I love vaudeville. Number 2, I heart driving around real fast. If you're going to take me on a date, what kind of car would we drive?
Everything's fast with you, isn't it? Sister, faster than a speeding bullet.
Sort of, kinda.
Still need the scuba outfit? Uh-oh.
Contestant number 3.
Haha.
Hi. I like chicken. If we were going to go on a date, where would you take me to eat? You remind me of my old partner, except you're funnier. Number 1, you know, getting to know people is really difficult.
I'd say so.
What would you tell me about yourself to make me like you?
Weird. I have no elbows, and my arms are bigger than whatever they are.
Okay. Number 2.
Does that sound familiar?
Number 3, hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Number 3, I love ice cream. What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, I think my favorite. Vanilla. The white ice cream of vanilla. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Number 3, which end are you talking through?
Come on, Greg, you got some guesses.
All right, I'm going to start with number 3 because Debbie is perplexing and baffling me. Number 3 is the guy at the dentist.
The guy at the dentist, well done, yes. How did you
Number
get that?
2, in his crafty and shifty way, is he thinks I'm some sort of sexual freak.
He's kind of knows your dirty secrets.
Oh, there we go.
He
All
knows your
right.
dirty secrets.
He's a reporter for an English paper.
Well, you know.
Number 1 is either Burgess Meredith in Rocky, or a pirate with some sort of glandular condition, or someone with no elbows.
If I told you he was very close to somebody called Olive Oil, would that give you any extra clue?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
It's Bluto.
It's Popeye. Well, I think Well, that was fun. You all win that one. It'd be cruel otherwise. Let's do a game now called Animals. This is for Ryan, Colin, and Greg. If you'd like to come on down. Now, what they have to do is just improvise a little scene. In fact, Ryan is the businessman, and you're taking a prospective business partner, who's Greg, to a go-go bar. There's a lot of plot on this. There they find Colin, who is in fact Ryan's wife, who is about to perform on stage. Okay? And, of course, since it's called Animals, you're animals. And in fact, you're 2 cockerels and a hen. Cockerels, you know,
I guess
In our country, we would
roosters,
just
roosters,
say-
I think you call them in America.
All right.
And a hen.
Well, Greg, ready for this?
I sure am. This is going to be the best business meeting ever. You know, it's the rooster that does the crowing, but the chicken legs the egg. Am I right?
I'll take care of the entry fee.
All right. Oh, look, a worm.
Hey, you ever thought of sharing that, maybe?
Stand back and protect.
Be entertained.
Look at the plumage on that hen. What is it?
That's such a silly game, but that's beautiful. So Colin's winning tonight. As we go on to a game called World's Worst, this is for everybody. You have to step forward to the World's Worst step, and you've got to come up with as many examples as possible at the time available of the World's Worst television program. Examples of the World's Worst television program. Step forward, and when I get the idea, I'll buzz you. Take it away.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Bob Breathes.
Good morning, children. I used to be Prime Minister. Now...
All right, today I'm cooking with rats.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Do Your Own Appendectomy.
Today in famous Queen Waves, July 15th, 1954. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Home Suicide Network. Now, the first...
Well, that finishes the second coat. Now, why don't we all just take a few minutes and watch it dry?
How do you make wine from pork? Well, let's find out.
All right, children, now that your parents are out of the house, let's smoke some cigarettes.
Now you. Well, I've checked the scores, and I see that sadly Ryan is the winner. All that remains is for me to say goodnight.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, we work on the points. We'll take a break. Be off that. Bye. Oh, dear. That was the best interval we've ever had, and it's gone into a shock lead as we go on to part two, which traditionally follows part one, and it's a game called Props, and this is for Colin and Ryan to team up and come up with as many different ways of using this item, or these items, as they can in the time available, whilst the other pairing of Debbie and Greg, you have to come up with ideas for that. Starting over there with you, Ryan and Colin.
35 miles an hour?
Yeah.
4 miles an hour.
I'm afraid your snake's gone moldy.
2, 1, and iron.
Hey, Greg, I want you to meet My Little Pony.
Hey ho! Hey ho! Yes, you can swing a dead cat in here.
Daffy, get off the highway!
Poliskola, polygon.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good morning, and welcome to the Adult Muppets.
We are going to get some women tonight.
Okay, that's very good. I'd say Ryan's unstoppable tonight, but we'll have to work out a way in due course. As we go on to a game called The Weird Newscasters, this is going to feature Greg Proops as the presenter of a news program, and he's going to be hampered rather than helped by a number of fellow presenters. Ryan is the co-anchor sitting next to him, and he's a crazy old man. Debbie is the sports presenter, and she's, well, unfortunately, she's getting repeatedly massive electric shocks. And Colin, the weatherman, is giving the weather, but he's desperate to catch a plane. So with those very straightforward suggestions, can you present the news program, please? Take it away, Greg.
Good evening, I'm Snide Anderson, no relation. And here is the news. In Paraguay, clouds everywhere.
And I'm Captain Billy.
No, not Captain Billy.
I'll do it my way.
Read one of your headlines.
What are you doing here? Take the teeth.
Back in.
There was a murder today downtown. String him up. In my day, we'd hang him from a tree. But do you know what's tie a rope around that? You string that bastard up. Well, we would have done.
Captain Billy. It's time for sports, and let's throw it over to Debbie at the sports desk. We have a hot weekend of sports lined up, don't we, Debbie?
So many sports coming up. Ah!
Why don't you tell us about that big hockey match coming up this weekend, Deb?
Well, the hockey pucks will be flying about the jeez all over the place.
Well, thank you,
I
sir.
played hockey. We never used pads back then. Our stick. We just used our manly thing and hit the puck all over the ice. That was hockey. They don't play it now. The hockey kids coming up through school. Oh, I just blew my pants.
You are a veteran newscaster. It's time now for weather. We have a zesty weekend ahead of us. It's a big 3-day holiday weekend. Let's throw it over to Colin. Colin at the weather map. Colin, what can we look forward to?
Well, it's going to be kind of sunny over here. It's going to be a little rain all over the world. There's all kinds of weather, especially here. It's going to be some snow, but who cares? Have a nice weekend.
Colin.
let's check the weather. What's going?
We've gone to the weather, Captain Billy.
What the hell? Oh, whatever.
Well, that's all the time.
I need a young girl. What I need is beautiful hair and a big...
We'll be back tomorrow. Captain Billy doesn't eat any more Teflon. I've been Snide Anderson. Good night.
Oh, just one more
I
time.
can't work like this.
Okay, well done. Well done. And, another penalty point for Greg as we go on to a game called Moving People. This is for Colin and Ryan. They're going to come forward and they have to improvise, but they can only move around when moved by volunteers from the studio audience. So I'll just go and find some volunteers. Excuse me, sir, can I ask your name?
Alistair.
Oh, Alistair, could you go and stand behind the improviser of your choice? Okay. Any moment, just trot along there. Excuse me, can I ask you? You thought I passed you by, but can I ask your name?
Steph.
Steph. Hello, Steph. Good to see you. Relax. All you have to do is go and stand behind an improviser. There's nothing more... Pardon? You've never seen this before. You've never seen this program before. What'd you come along for then? What were you expecting? Something a bit funnier than this, were you? Okay. Just go and stand behind Colin. I'll talk to you. I'll come and do it with you. Steph! You Steph? Just go and stand behind him. Don't fall for all that sort of chit-chat. Get back over your side. Now, put Ryan in any position you like. You move his arms, his legs, any bit of his body. Okay. Very good. And bit with his arm. Yeah, that's right. Now, okay, Steph, could you do that with Colin? Not the same position. Just move his arms wherever you like. But now, rather than, oh, that's it. I hope this is a Greek dance we're making towards. Okay. Colin, you're a girl checking into the Bates Motel, okay? You know one in Psycho? That one's have you seen Psycho? Steph, sorry, I'm just checking. Steph doesn't get that much. Okay, so, maybe gets that a lot, so that's why I don't see TV brothers. Okay, so take it away, checking into Bates Motel.
Well, I hope you enjoy the room. Here, let me take you to the door and give you your key.
Why, thank you. I'll just take off my hat.
You know, why rush? It's a really hot day.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to rush. I was going to take my time.
Can I get that bag for you?
You mean that one right there?
Yes, that's one right here.
Yes, if you could.
Okay, I'll just shove it along all the way to your door. There we go.
You know, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a shower before we had dinner.
A shower? A shower? A shower? Nazis don't take showers.
You're a Nazi?
How could you tell?
A bit of a salute there.
Oh, damn, I shouldn't do that, I suppose.
Get your hands off of me. You're lucky I almost slapped it off myself. But I have great self-control. Don't try doing anything.
I'm not, I'm just waving to the neighbors. Hello! Everything's fine over here.
But if you don't mind, I'm just going to make my way to my room.
Here, let me help you. You know...
Maybe I'll walk, yes. Why don't you come with me?
All righty. I'm just checking the clearance to make sure we can get under the door.
There's something about you I don't trust.
Really?
Yes. Look into my eyes and tell me that you're not strange.
My God, you're a beautiful woman. I hadn't really looked at you until now. Your eyes, your hair, your long, long legs. You're going to be my puppy. If you stay, I'll pet you every day. And don't believe the rumors you've heard. None of them are true.
Oh, I want to turn away, and yet I can't.
No, you can't. Don't run away from me. Come here. Let me embrace you.
Can't you see I'm weak? I'm almost swooning.
Come to me. Come, let me embrace you. Come to me.
Yes, leave him there. That's very good. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, for volunteers who've never seen the show before, I think they did pretty well, though I doubt they'll be watching it again. But the next... if they do, they'll probably see themselves. As we go on to a game for all 4 contestants, it's called Hoedown, and the simple thing they have to do now is to make up a song on the spot in the form of a hoedown with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. Now, what we want is somebody suggest something that makes you angry. Traffic jam. Cricket makes you angry. I think that might strike a chord with our American visitors to our shores. Cricket, starting with Debbie moving down the line. The cricket hoedown. Starting there.
When I'm in England, I love to watch the telly. I like to watch cricket, but it looks really smelly. There are these guys flying around in white. What the heck are they doing? Hey, room service, give me a bite.
I'm a cricket player. I stand upon the pitch. I wait for the ball to come, and then I give it a switch. When the game is over, I retire for a beer. And I know what you're thinking, and no, we're not.
I hate watching cricket. How do they do that play? It seems to run and run and run. It goes on for 50 days. It takes so long, it takes so long. It really is a crime. And the time it takes to play cricket, I can make love 455 times.
I'm going to the cricket match with the pretty girl. I really don't like the game, but hey, let's give it a whirl. I sit there and make fun, oh boy, I pick it, until she leans over and grabs my sticky wicket.
Well done. And that was the last game we're playing tonight. The best verse ever from Greg. And that makes, adding up the points, everybody's equal winners tonight. So everybody's won. Well done. And the prize for winning is you read the credits of style of my choosing. Can you all do it like bullshit old people watching television? So it just remains for me to thank Greg Proops, Debbie Durst, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Richard Ryan, the pianist, me, Clive, and saying good night. Good night.
I remember Richard French when he could actually play a real piano.
I can't watch any. I can't watch TV. I can't. I can't. I can't watch it. I can't. I think he's gone.
Oh,
I get his room.
we're gonna have to
You get his room. I get his room. I've been here longer than anyone.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which makes all other improvisation shows just look unrehearsed. Featuring tonight the most popular and tasteful American to come to Britain since Ronald McDonald, Greg Proops. Then new to us, an absolutely top-line comedian, also from the States, Debbie Durst. Then our resident Scots-Canadian-American who's caught on here quicker than the grey squirrel, Colin Mockery. And finally the man who stands head and shoulders above his chest, Ryan Stiles. Contestants. Now, let's start with a game called Questions Only. It's for all four contestants, but first of all, Greg and Debbie, and they're going to be given a scene to improvise, but they must only speak in questions, and if they stop speaking in questions, make a mistake, I buzz them, and they're replaced by the person behind them. And what I'd like you to do is just to improvise scenes from Star Wars. Scenes from Star Wars, take it away, Greg and Debbie.
Are you my son?
Is my hair on straight?
Do you like my helmet?
Is that the first helmet you've had on today?
Well,
People would tell if that was a question. But...
Can you teach me about the